While when using a tool without targeting ability, press and hold left trigger to strafe. Okay, so it is something that game establishes. Cool.
Sometimes I even scare myself.
Alright, hello everybody. I am Gamemaster 909, back with more of Disney Infinity. And today, I am once again back in the game's toy box mode. As previously, I believe we took care of everything in the Disney Infinity Vault. We got all of the items that are available in there. Which means that our collection is getting ever so closer to being complete. So yeah, I believe the only things left for us to unlock are just stuff found in the character chests of the Toy Box only characters, which we have yet to play as. By the way, today I'm playing as Sulley. Which means that... Hold on a minute. Okay, I guess the cameras are always visible. I forgot about that because in later Disney Infinity games, the cameras that you could place, the Creativa Toy cameras, are invisible if you're not holding the magic wand. I guess that's not the case in this game. Weird. Huh. Well, anyways. I guess now, because, you know, there isn't really much to work towards when it comes to unlocking new toys because we know how to get the only ones we have left. And there are a few feats left for us to do. So, yeah, we might be able to do some of these. Use your ground vehicle to jump over 100 objects in total. Okay. I mean, I'm sure some Toy Box Adventures would... Whoops. I'm sure some adventures would help us with that, like the racing adventures might help us with that. Although, I think before I was unsure about the whole jumping 800 jumping the 800 meters with a vehicle thing. What happens if we, like, reach the height limit of a Toy Box world and put a teleporter all the way up there? What would happen? Any minute now. Wow, this sure does make this world look small. Up here, and then we'll put some stuff around it. Whoops. Like a small, flat terrain block. Alright. Now, is that it? Well, we should probably place another teleporter to put down below. Which... Oh. Well, we're up here anyway. Let's try it right now. Why don't we? Just gotta place down a vehicle. Which I think I have just the toy. Or just the power disc, if you will. One of the rare holographic power discs from Wave 1, the Astro Blaster Space Cruiser, seen in the Disneyland attraction, Buzz Lightyear's Astro Blasters, also known as Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin in Walt Disney World in Orlando. So yeah, it always weirded me out how some attractions at the Disney parks have two different names. Like the Matterhorn bobsled is known as Expedition Everest in the Orlando park. I always found that weird. What happens if we do this? And even better question, will we land? I guess we're about to find out. Hey, there we go, skydiving too. Alright. Well, that solves that problem. You're welcome, ladies and gentlemen. If you're ever confused on how to get that feat done, there you go. Alright, so yeah, this vehicle's kind of interesting because, you know, it does make the normal wheel screeching sound effects. This is kind of weird, even though it floats. Also, it does not have a horn, but rather an actual blaster. The Astro Blast is its name in game. So there you go. It is nice that, you know, it's a pretty small vehicle, so like it's really mobile, I guess. And so, like, you know, it doesn't have a huge hitbox to where other racers won't be able to, you know, attack you so easily compared to other vehicles. It's really nice. Now, I remember, I did not have this power disc as a kid, but I do remember that one of my friends actually got it. I don't remember if he got it with the game or through one of the power disc packs, but I remember being super jealous over it. Like, dang, I want the Buzz Lightyear car. Because look at this thing. It's great. I love it. It honestly is one of my favorite vehicles in terms of, like, power disc vehicles. Alright, anyways. What else we got? Kicks, blocks, drift. I'll probably be able to get that when we start building racetracks. Do 50 tricks in ground vehicles. Or 500 tricks. Did I say 500 or did I say 50 on accident? I might have said 50. Boost in a ground vehicle 100 times. Well, that's easy. We're probably close to there. Close to getting that. Alright, 500 bashables. Jump over 100 objects. Well, I probably just got to place a bunch of hop over gates and that'll be over with. Spend over 10 minutes in the air in a ground vehicle. Well, there's an easy way to get that. Through an exploit. I think I've talked about it before. I don't know when I'm going to show that off. Because, like, I don't know. Because it's kind of a cheat when it comes to a certain thing in this game that I've said is annoying in the past. Ooh, the character chest is moved. It's another Agent P chest. Okay. I don't think I mentioned that. With the Toy Box only character chests, every time that they like move, it moves like to another object in your Toy Box world. So if you have all of the objects super small and super close, they'll kind of always spawn in that exact area. And I'll probably use that to my advantage later on. Also, one thing I actually was able to find out is that the Toy Box, the character chests, change locations every 3 minutes. I counted. So yeah, if you ever find a character chest and it's not for a character you have, you just gotta wait another 3 minutes for another one to show up. On a mount. Shoot 5,000 objects, dear God. Alright, I'm probably not going to do any of those. Excuse me, right now. For now, we may as well go ahead and check out Sulley's Paintball Brawl. Sulley's Toy Box Adventure. It's time to show your rivals a victory of a different color. Put them in their place before time runs out. Also kind of funny that we're in between two terrain blocks. Alright. A maximum of 3 hexagonal power discs can be stacked on the corresponding slot on the Disney Infinity base. Alright, here we are.
Time is running short, so take out as many paintballers as you can.
Alright, so yeah, it's just kind of like the paintball challenges we had in the Monsters University playset. Take out as many paintball opponents as possible before time runs out. We have to defeat 35 enemies in order to get gold. So yeah, kind of oh my God, there he is saying, don't forget to aim again. I already had to hear that enough times with the previous character I played as. Anyways. So yeah, just have to defeat all these paintballers. We already got bronze medal. By the way, you don't have to use your paintball gun. You can actually use shoulder charge if you want to defeat them. Yep, you can. Nice. Alright. And, what else? Oh yeah, I was talking about, I think I was going to talk about the texture on these blocks and how I don't think they can be accessed in the toy box mode, so it's kind of weird that you're really only able to see them in this adventure. So that's very odd. Also interesting that they actually used a bunch of the castle pieces in this. I don't know if they really meshed well with the whole Monsters University theming. I don't know, it's a little weird. It's also just kind of a little weird in general how often they use the castle pieces in these adventures. I guess it's because there's so many of them that it's like, well, we spent so much time making these, we may as well use them. Also, that guy was inside that wall. Very interesting. We already have silver, with 2.5 minutes left to spare. Alright. Just gotta get another 16 enemies. By the way, we have teleporters over here. So we can teleport from one side to another. I guess to trick our enemies or something. I'm not really sure why that's there. Oh well. Also interesting that they actually use the Toy Story in Space design of the teleporters as opposed to the Toy Box's designs. Or design. Not really multiple of them. But yeah, that is kind of weird. Like, why didn't they just use the Toy Story in Space design in the Toy Box if they're going to go ahead and use it here? It makes no sense. Or, vice versa, use the Toy Box's design in the Toy Story in Space playset. You know? They really didn't have to make two whole designs of one thing that has one function, and that's teleporting. You know? It's super weird. Alright, just 10 more to go. Alright, so I guess... What the? Oh, great. Okay, I guess my internet went out. Perfect. Alright, let's just hope I don't get any achievements for the next, I guess, couple minutes until I leave and check on the internet. Because that's really the only thing that I'm restricted from when I'm offline. It's just that achievements won't, like, the achievements won't be tracked in terms of, like, when I got them. So yeah, that kind of sucks. So that's usually why I try to not play this game when I'm offline or whatever. For that one reason. Also, these are the last two enemies we have to deal with. There we go. Perfect timing. We got a gold medal. Alright, there we go. That was Sulley's Paintball Brawl. Pretty standard toy box adventure, you know. Nothing to really note about that. About what you expect from a paintball related toy box adventure.
So, are you ready to get the show on the road? We got some scaring to do.
Alright, before I check on my internet, there is one thing I want to check. So, one thing I found out on accident when playing this game a while back was not only can you place you know, NFC chips and stuff like figures and power discs on top of the base, you could also place them under the base, because apparently that's how the NFC scanner works. I don't know. Apparently it's able to scan NFCs on top of it and under it. So I wonder, because if you don't remember before, I had difficulties with the base scanning a character and two power discs underneath it. So What if I were to place one under?
Hang out here, go to class. Like that's gonna happen.
Alright, never mind. It's even worse. Okay, so no, that does not work. Okay. Weird. Because it seems to work just fine with the hexagonal power disc, not so much the circular ones, though. What if I place 2 power discs on with a character? It also doesn't seem to work too well, from my knowledge. It'll work for now, but trust me. It won't here in a little bit. Alright. Apologies. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I got my internet working again. It was a really simple fix, by the way. All I had to do is just unplug and plug back in my router. That usually fixes it. But anyways, what should I do next? Maybe. Get this. Should look at another one of the pre-built toy box worlds, because there's still quite a few that we need to look at, including the Pirates of the Caribbean toy box. A Pirates of the Caribbean playset themed toy box. So yeah. Now we get to take whatever character we want, including Sulley, and take them to the Pirates of the Caribbean world. So isn't that cool? Finally, I get to live my lifelong dream of, you know, plundering gold with Agent P from Phineas and... Wow. I don't know how I forgot about that. But anyways, yeah, here it is. Here's the Pirates of the Caribbean toy box. You got a little hill, some plants around here, a shipwreck. Pretty cool. One of the shipwrecks we unlocked, and I believe the character vault in the Pirates of the Caribbean playset. You also have the stone arch fort over there, a cave waterfall over here. See how it leads into a little cave with a bunch of gold in here. Whoa. Isn't that cool? So yeah, it's even got a glow to it, just to make it that more special. Dang. Isn't that cool? Alright. I don't know if there's anything else found within these caves. Although there are multiple exits. And let's check out this fort over here. There's even a little island right over there. That I don't think we can reach right now. Actually, there's 2 of them, I think. Yeah, there are. So, first of all, let's check this out. Oh, got a bunch of skulls. Which I forgot to mention is that I believe every terrain texture set actually has different I believe surfaces for the under the water. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. They had to do different textures for all of those. I might have to show all of those actually eventually. Like, let's see if there's any of the other examples are notable enough. Any of the other textures. Like, let's see. If we go to the river over here, next to this pirate town, which, oh, okay. It ends with a misplaced waterfall. Uh-oh. This isn't right. Let's move that down. There we go. Much better. Alright, so what I mean is... Oh, by the way, for retro video game level, the water is actually pixelated. Isn't that fun? And yeah, below it are some pixelated rocks, which you can even kind of see. You can kind of see through the pixelated water. So that's pretty cool. Let's see, what about Sports Fan? got what looks to be concrete tiles. You know, this kind of looks like a swimming pool that they would have for swim meets and stuff, which, considering this is like the only water seen in the toy box mode, would be a little weird to, you know, have a swim meet on a river. It's probably been done before. Let's see, with Alien Planet, it's kind of spots and stuff, polka dots, if you will, something like that. It's as weird as you think for an alien planet. For the cars texture, it is... I'm not even sure what this is. Is it rocks? Is it oil bubbles? What is it? Just oil puddles? I don't know. Let's see, for Metroville, I think it's just normal rocks. Desert landscape. Washington University campus. It looks to be scales and tentacles. All right. I also really like the kind of plant siding here. I believe it's the same texture used for the bottom of plants, like the texturable plants, like the ones seen here. I believe. Yep, it's the same texture. Cool. It's also cool to, you know, see all the different plant textures we have. There's Monster University, Colby, Metroville. The construction terrain theme, which does not have a corresponding terrain theme. Only the plants have the construction theme, which is very interesting and honestly kind of cool, you know? Again, I just wish there was terrain to go alongside it. Toy Story. Of course, there's pirates. Is that it? No, there's the retro video game level one, which, yeah, is really cool. With these 2D-ish plants and these I guess very cubic rocks and trees and stuff. Pretty cool. Pretty similar to the aesthetics of Wreck-It Ralph, but not exactly like them. Alright, we can probably change this back. No. There we go. So yeah, I just wanted to show that. Whoops. We even have a waterfall over here. Which there are steps over here, which can lead us to up here, where the river continues. We even have a mountain up there, which I believe is that the mountain cave that we saw before? I believe it is. Yeah. Just like, here it is. Here's the part that like can lead into a cave. Right? We might be able to place a cave piece over here. Like, let's see. Mining tunnel, cave tunnel. Let's see how well this works. Okay, I don't know what this is. What the heck's going on here? Alright, never mind. This plant right here is in the way. By the way, there's actually a glitch with this plant in particular, in that it's like, I guess, hit window for the magic wand is, yeah, it's pretty much broken to where it is huge. Like, we should probably see it in spark mode or something. This is ridiculous. Look at this. Look at this. It's as big as the world around it. It's ridiculous. And what's weird is that it only applies to the Pirates version of the texture. Or the Pirates version of the plant. With the pirate texture. No other version of it has this glitch. Not Monsters University. Just Pirates. I guess because each one is technically a different model that they have to load in. It's still super weird. I don't get it. And what's funny is that I think it's actually It's actually fixed in later Disney Infinity games. Well, it technically can work, but it doesn't really look great. I don't think retexturing it will help, but let's see. What happens if we do retexture it? Yeah, it doesn't. You even see the top of it. Okay, yeah. Okay, just checking. But yeah, still a pretty cool piece regardless. And yeah, there's even a hole on the top of the treasure grotto. So that's pretty interesting. So I guess it's another way you can easily find the gold. The doubloons, if you will. Alright, we even have a bridge over here. Which leads to over here, which has nothing. Although, I should probably quick swap that jetpack. I don't think we ever checked out the top of this Stone Arch Fort. Wow. Alright, let's check it out. Now, I forget where this texture is found. Actually, I think it's one of the block textures, the jungle block texture that this uses for its ground. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, there's plenty of planks for you to look out on and even do stuff like glide off of. Pretty cool. Alright. So over here, we just have another island. And same for over here. So yeah, just a small little island with nothing on it, but hey, aren't a lot of actual islands, even those found in Pirates of the Caribbean, just like that? Probably. But yeah, I always like the Pirates of the Caribbean sky backdrop. By the way, that's what this is. I believe called the Open Sea Sky. I think that's its official name. I really like it, just for how simple it is, you know? It's just a normal night sky with water on the bottom. It can be used in a lot of different contexts, and that's why I like it so much. It's just an open sea. That's all it is. I think I said before, the background music that plays for this Sky Dome is of one of the songs from the Pirates of the Caribbean playset. That's it. So yeah. And I forget if it's actually original to this game. I'm kind of scared to check. Of course, I'm not going to check right now within this game, just in case I actually do get content ID claimed for this video. But whatever. By the way, here's the clock tower, which I believe is filed under the set pieces, oddly enough. There is another building all the way over here. So yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, I actually really like the Pirates of the Caribbean toy box. I mean, it's not really fit for, like, you know, expanding upon it and making your own worlds out of it. But it's pretty fun to explore and probably fun to mess around in with friends, you know? Which is probably the point of these worlds. So yeah, let's see if we can at least make use of it and do a couple feats in it.